In this lesson, we are going to talk about introducing yourself in various situations, both formal and informal. There are many different situations where we need to introduce ourselves and talk a little bit about our work. When we start a new job, we need to introduce ourselves to probably many new people. Conferences are wonderful places to meet new people, and many times the conversations revolve around our work, what we do, what we're responsible for. Parties, of course, are events where we will run into new people and want to introduce ourselves. And we may or may not talk about our work. This could be a more informal situation. Okay, meeting new neighbors, probably a more informal introduction. Presentation. So if you are presenting, especially in a work situation, you'll want to present yourself, again, in a more formal fashion. And travel, whether it's for work or for leisure, you never know who you'll run into and who you'll need to introduce yourself to. Let's first look at some formal ways to introduce ourselves and share what we do for work. We can simply say, "Hello, my name is Erica. Nice to meet you." Okay, and if you're approaching someone you're interested in meeting, you can say, "I don't think we've met. May I introduce myself?" Okay, may I is a formal modal verb. And in these formal situations, we probably want to include titles like Ms., Mr., Doctor, Professor. Okay, and perhaps we include both the first and last name. And in addition to our name, we can state our job, our title, or maybe our relationship to the event or to a person we know at the event. For example, I'm Erica. I'm the new English teacher at the academy. All right, and then we have informal phrases. So in instances where you're not at work, you're not presenting, you're not at a conference, it's more informal, we want to go with informal language. We can say, "Hey, how's it going? I'm," or "Hi there, have we met?" Or "I'm new here. My name's," "This is my first time here. What's your name?" Okay, if you are in a new place, situation, event, you can state right away, "This is my first time. Maybe I don't know anyone, so I'm looking to introduce myself to new people." And maybe you want to share your full name and also a nickname or a different version of your name. We can say, "My name's Samantha, but people call me Sam." Okay, so my name is this, but people call me. I go by this other name or this shorter name. Now we have two very different scenarios. We see a picture of, looks like a very formal conference. People have microphones, they're dressed in suits. And so how would you introduce yourself in this situation? Would you start by saying, "Hey, how's it going? I'm Erica"? Probably not. You might say, "I'm so glad to be here. My name is Ms. Bisbee and I work at the English Academy." And the other scenario, it looks more informal. Though it could be a work situation, you can tell by the body language, the familiarity, maybe the clothing, that it's a more informal setting. So we can go ahead and use those more informal introductory phrases. Okay, maybe you would say, "Hey there, I'm new here. My name's Erica." Okay, this is the end of this topic. Go ahead and try the quiz down below to see what you've learned.